Doop, doop, doo, doo, doop, doop, doo, doo. Welcome to all new subscribers. Sometimes it happens. I'm zoomed up again. I wanted to show you the telescope. We'll have to try to fit it in the screen. Unfortunately, the massive optical head. Doo, 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 doo. I have my competitor right there. Am I going to get it? I'm trying to back up, trying to point to it. There. How's everyone doing? Nobody's here yet. That's rare. I'm zoomed up again, so forgive me. And we'll have a little look at our telescope in the corner to get the vibes of new people arriving. If you want to get an idea what my actually, hang on. Let's turn on the light. Oh, it just so happens I conveniently had a light there so that people can see the optical head. That is the optical head telescope, just the head that goes on the telescope. And a lot of you have not really seen it. I got videos, lots of videos of it. But that's what it looks like. And I got my competitor on it. NASA. Nice gift from Gate Smasher and Julie. On the other side, I got my Space Force written. That's for inspiration because it always inspires me. Geez, the box is so small now that I can't even fit my whole regular fat head in. That's a little annoying. We're going to have to try and fix that somehow. What do you want a guide to do? So newcomers here to the channel, you want to see real UFO videos. The community and I worked very hard, raising money, working, giving their own money, many thousands of my own money, of your money, to be able to get a nice telescope. And we were able to get a lot of UFOs. Also, this is ridiculously close. What do you want to do? It happens. Let's back up here a little bit. Lover of the Lord, are you up for a Saturday? Tomorrow or something, if you want to talk? I'll be messaging you on Patreon, and I'll leave you a link or something in the afternoon. You don't have to get up early or anything. Don't know about the time changes. We can do something tomorrow. Saturday, I'll be working on a video, of course, but taking the time, half an hour or something to chat, man, an hour, whatever, more than happy to do so. It is, I'm telling you, lover of the Lord, it is one badass scope. You guys probably have a hard time seeing it, I'm sure. See here. Can't really see it very well, but you know, on top you got the D850 camera. I was wondering what the hell was the alien behind the shadow, but it's my alien that's behind it. So yeah, a beautiful, nice sticker too for inspiration. A nice, big, expensive, obviously NASA sticker from Julie and Gate Smasher for inspiration. They're my competitors, by the way. So NASA are definitely my competitors, and I got them up there. Now, as a matter of fact, NASA doesn't tell any truth, right? It doesn't mean they're lying, but they definitely don't tell people much truth, that's for sure. Thank you very much, Elias. Don't forget your thumbs up, guys. It helps me as a creator. This channel is being shadow banned, like a lot of channels that you know are shadow banned. Most people say they're shadow banned, but they're not. Go on Social Blade. I see thousands of channels that people are saying that they are shadow banned, that they don't get any traffic. If you want to know the heartbeat of a YouTube channel, you go on Social Blade. Social Blade, you type in Bruce Sees All with the small a, because I don't see all, I just see all. And you can find out how much I make as a salary. You can find out all the revenue from ads and whatnot. And you're going to see that you're going to be very surprised at the manipulation of the channel. Being shadow banned, I'm definitely shadow banned. When I put out 3 videos in 2 days, we went down to 2,000 views a day to 500 views a day, which is impossible. When I started this channel, I was getting 500 views a week. And now, some people get discouraged with your channels and say, well, hey, it's ridiculous. I'm live streaming. There's only 20 watching, there's 26 here watching right now. Does it change anything? No, because I can still show my research, but the manipulation is incredible, where you can see that 26 people on a Friday in my algorithm, 6 o'clock is between 6 and 8 is where there are the most people on my channel. And I've put out videos of UFOs that I showed the Pentagon themselves, the United States, and everyone involved with it presented in 2021. And when I posted here, 0 views. It gives you an idea of the manipulation of what's happening. When I bought the big telescope, the views really stopped. When I opened members, even more views stopped. When I opened the French channel, I don't get subscribers since 2020. And they expected me to stop the channel, the trolls, but I keep it up because I have a very small crew that comes over there. We're not allowed talking about salaries. Go on Social Blade, and you'll see that I make approximately $36 a month. Sometimes I can hit 100. Sometimes it goes wild. And I'm doing it full time. So when you come here, it's a free channel. If you do appreciate the work and you want me to persist in this, by applying my own money to the channel, well, give it a like. It's free. You can subscribe to the channel. It will encourage other people at the same time to do so. A lot of you are here because you're curious. Hey, how's it going, my friend? Stole your food. I don't eat, so I'm okay. Hi again, David. Right on, brother. It is one badass telescope. Celestron in background, so cool. It's awesome. I mean, I love the telescope. I'm lucky to have it. It's a very big telescope. So give you an idea, it's 16 inches long. So more than that. It's actually with the camera on the back. It's pretty long. Weighs about 55 pounds. Have you guys ever seen the weights that are on telescopes at the back? You often see little sort of Oreo cookie weights at the back of a telescope, which could be anywhere from 5 to 10 pounds. Mine are 25 pounds each. I have 75 pounds on a big bar, solid bar, perfect for neighbors, perfect for trouble. Big solid bar that if I have to look upwards with a telescope, well, I'll put the weight on it to balance out the optical head weight, because when I'm turning it to go up, I do everything manually. You see people, it looks impressive, the scope, the GPS is on it, and it's going, it's looking at the sun, it's looking at a whole bunch of things. Do my hand. I look at the moon and I zoom it on the moon. I focus on the moon, or I'll focus on Jupiter. I did get Saturn once, different camera. It's not because I have a big telescope, 14 inches, that you're going to see the planets big. They're very far away. With a 14-inch telescope, you could ask, what's his name? Eric on UF OVNI 2012, planets are that big when you look through a telescope. You get a camera that has a special filter to see Jupiter properly. There's many ways of seeing Jupiter. I've showed it many times with the camera, but here's the way to give you an idea. And I won't be needing any dumbbells, because I wanted to go get dumbbells, and I thought of something, and I said, I'm not going to be needing any dumbbells because 25 pounds. It's a 25-pound weight that goes at the back. There's 3 of them. It's 25 pounds. Very, very heavy. So at my bar, I got my dumbbells. I don't need any any real dumbbells. So that you don't have to put them all on, but I always usually put 2 of them on. It's not that complicated having a telescope. There's many things you can do with a telescope, but in reality, it's a camera that points, and you're pointing and filming. Don't forget to get the extension. Those of you that have a telescope, the camera can't just sit on the back. It can. You can adjust it, try to do it yourself, but it's simple. You get an extension that joins onto the top of the telescope, and then you can do a whole lot of really cool viewing. So we could have seen it a lot better. See, the front end is on the bottom, and the balance there, and that sits on a big metal 3 feet with the GPS and a remote to be able to turn it left and right, go up and down. I do up and down manually. That's why with the weights, it's very simple. You can turn it like that. If there's no weights on it, you're going to turn it hard, and it's going to be hard to maneuver it, but it's not impossible to learn. The problem is when you buy a telescope. When I bought my 14-inch CGXL Celestron telescope, it's a very good telescope. It's metal. It's not plastic, and it's not bendy like some other models of telescopes. Not saying the other models aren't good, but what you pay for in a telescope, you pay for quality. The more you pay for a telescope, the more quality you have. Celestron, for me, is the perfect make. It's a scientific telescope. So scientists always use that type of telescope and actually a little smaller, probably an 11. And I say a little smaller. From an 11, Eric's 11, if I'm not mistaken, he's got an 11 Celestron, just like mine, CJXL. I don't know if he has the HD or not. I think he does because it's very clear. If he goes to a 14, he's going to basically see the same thing, not a lot more. So when I went from the 6-inch scope, 5-inch scope actually was 4 3/4 to the 14-inch, a lot of you said, wow, it's nice and close, but a lot of you were expecting us to be like on the surface inside. There's no two ways about it. The moon does have an atmosphere, and they're going to have to admit that there is an atmosphere. They've already admitted it, but they're going to have to admit that there's maybe more of an atmosphere than actually spoken about. The solar system, they're finding a lot of new things. In the first stream, I mentioned that Saturn has now 145 moons. Jupiter went from like also 70, 86 or something, 90 to jumped up also, but now the title holder apparently is Saturn. There's new planets that are being found in the solar system this week. It's actually pretty incredible. I'm happy because it's the first time they've actually opened up and talked about atmosphere and looking for water and stuff like that. For whatever the reason, they didn't want to talk about it at all a couple of years ago. Was it really because they didn't have the equipment? I don't think so. You have Voyager 1 and 2 that were set out in 70s, and they're now into interstellar space. Interstellar space, where is it in the universe for you to understand? It's quite simply at the end of the reach of the sun's rays and its light, its brilliance. There's no light past that, So they're hearing sounds around Earth in the stratosphere. That's very, very interesting because that area of the stratosphere is an area where no sound, it's like it's a dead zone where they can eavesdrop on some of the sounds, but it's a reoccurring sound or several signals or sounds, pulsations, whatnot, that occur every hour. So what is around Earth that's doing those pulsations? Is it something Russian? Is it something Chinese? You got to wonder. Latin Canadian, thank you so much, you guys and gals, for coming in. I really appreciate it. Happy evening to you too. Miss Patricia Parker's here. How's it going? Good to see you again. Thanks for your live shows. I enjoy them. Thank you so much, Patricia. I appreciate that. Oh, that's good, man. If we're on the same time. So, yeah, and Saturday, I'll start up an unlisted stream, man, and just drop you the link, and then boom. Never really did that, actually. It's simple. Like if I was going to do a stream on Patreon or for members, if there were more there that were asking, I'd be able to stream the unlisted link, drop it there, and only the people with the link can pop on. It always happens. You got to be careful when we do talk about, exposing your exact address and number. Don't, even if you trust me. I am trustable, but in the background, there could be some other people listening. Especially on my channel, there's a lot of listeners, and you never know when someone's listening in the background. Somebody does a transaction online or tries to talk about a Visa number or something, and then whoop, people are listening, and then they pick that up. Yeah, but that's still, listen, and apparently especially a Celestron, but all telescopes, they don't go out of date. The only thing you might notice, I've noticed some specks on my older, smaller Celestron telescope, which is normal. Every so many years, some people do it more often, you're going to accumulate a little bit of dust inside of the front lens that's there. And there's a very particular way to take it off. Let's say you have 4 screws or 2, whatever. You're going to mark those screws lined up with where they are, either 1, 2, and 3. So when you take off the lens, it's just important to put the lens on exactly the same screws, not to turn it around or put it on upside down. But it's just the inside of the screen will get dirty. So if you take out your Celestron or something and you see that you're looking at a dark sky and you see some specks appearing, sometimes it even happens on a 14. It's totally normal. You'll have to take off the end. I've not done it yet. Take off the screen, which I don't never like friggin' doing. It's like you're inside of the heart of the scope. I don't like it. And then you clean the inside to get rid of that dust. Telescopes last an eternity. You know, they last for a long, long time. Often what happens is the grease or the gears are not, depending on whether you have a remote or not. But a Celestron 8-inch, it's something very, very nice. I did miracles with the 5-inch, an 8-inch, very good. I was going to buy an 11, but then I said a 14. The goal was 18 or 20, but it was a lot more expensive. And Celestron don't have one. They don't have a 16-inch Celestron. They don't have a 20-inch. 14 is basically what scientists use, and 11 is what I was saying before. Why do scientists use 11-inch scopes? And when they're going out, if they're documenting something, a certain galaxy and stuff, those with good cameras on them reach anything, any galaxy, and even Andromeda system. So you put that up, and the scientists like that one because you can transport that one. I have 2 long lock screws that go inside cushions, like pillows, that go and sit and hold all the mirrors in place, so that when I'm traveling, which I never have, I never will, I could travel with the scope. I could go here, not far, of course, because I have the battery pack to do so. Celestron battery pack. That was pretty expensive, actually. Hang on, I'll show you guys. So this is the battery pack. It's actually the Celestron battery pack. It's got some options, some plugs. I don't plug anything except for my telescope on it, because this is what goes into the telescope. When you buy that Celestron telescope back there, it's because there's no plug. The only plug that comes with my telescope when I ordered it, no instructions, no plug, no information, okay, at all, nor online. And there was a lighter plug that goes into a lighter, like from the 70s, honestly, on this $10,000 US $10,000 scope. A lighter plug with this at the end to go into the telescope. So I went and got this, was able to put that in and directly in. So with this, I can last up to 7-8 hours using the telescope outside. So if I wanted to go somewhere all night and not have any current or anything, I'll use this and my infrared cameras and all the batteries that I recharge. So, and it goes really, really well. You can film for a very, very long time outside. Without that, you're not going to be able to run your telescope. If you go get a battery charger or whatever that's not strong enough, I'm telling you, that was $500. Maybe now it's probably the same or less. Obviously, it was a couple of years. $400 or $500 for that battery pack. The other batteries, you're going to plug it onto your telescope, and it's going to go, ooh, it's not going to move. With that one, it goes, woo, 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 woo. It moves really fast. You can track. You can do anything you want. It's very interesting. His Highness, man, thank you so much for being here. Number 4 is good. 4 thumbs up, even better. Absolutely. I didn't check the last video, actually. How many views the live stream got? Let me check real quickly. Thanks for coming in, everyone. I appreciate that so much. Day 4 of fasting started at 7 o'clock. Just to let you all know. I know you're all concerned. Day 4 of fasting. I don't know if I'm going to last, because I didn't last the last 4th day of fasting at all. I stopped as soon as I got up in the morning to have a meal, but we'll see. I'm not going to eat tomorrow, and I'm going to eat only the day after. I'll be eating in the 5th day, hopefully. So did we get any views here? Let's see. Yes. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to check. Having problems because everything is lagging. Okay, we'll close that because we don't want to jam everything up here either way. Oh, they definitely are, my friend. They are. They are. They are. They are. They are badly. And what they're doing is just, incredible. I am Kai is in the house. Much love, guys. Thank you very much, Kai, for being here, brother. Kai's enjoying his new car. Got himself a smart car. Red, black, white, amazing colors. Pretty cool. Got pedals on it. I don't know if it's on the steering, which would be hilarious on the smart car. Probably going to zook that bugger up. I can only imagine what he's going to be doing. I imagine. Geez, Darla, I'm not used to that. Thank you so much. Could I get any closer, Darla? My head is the size of the screen. It's horrible. I'm trying to back away. You know what, Darla? My shoulders are inside of the chair now. If you go back to my older streams, you don't see the chair. I'm more, working out I got to be careful not to get too big. I'm not going crazy at all, and I'm just going to get healthy. It's going to feel so damn good. I'm so proud of myself. Rod R, how's it going? Thanks for the inspiration, Darla. I love you for it. You really are, brother. I'm telling you. Karen, how's it going? Just stopped by the thumbs up. I love you for it. Thank you very much. Thanks for everything, Karen, at the same time for being here, for all the extras. Everyone that's here, I know that's what everyone is doing. And once in a while, we get some new people. Mr. Super Dave 44 is in the house. Hello, brother. You guys can check out a couple of live streams back if you want to know our friend Super Dave 44 is. He long overdue when he came on for an interview, a meeting, just talking about shooting the shit. As we said, we had a lot of fun. I love you, man. You guys can check out his channel too. And at the same time, I think even one of his family members was by interacting. Super Dave has a lot of streams. He also has Super Dave 45 channel when he gets into YouTube jail, because that's what happens to us. We all have records. We all have YouTube records here. Super Dave, thanks a lot, brother, for coming in, man. Didn't get a chance to get by your channel, but somebody told me you gave me a nice shout out. That was someone in the community here. So I thank you very much, Super Dave. We had fun, man. I hope to see you again. Casa Nostra in the house. Thanks, man. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for the love and energy, my friend, lover of the Lord. You rock, David. Thanks for welcoming everyone, Darla. I tried sending Bruce a clip of this morning's seizing, but Gmail isn't working here. That's a little concerning. I've always had problems in my Gmail, but I noticed the past couple of days it's been sort of turning. That's a little concerning. I don't know if they're going to I hope they're not going to take it down. That would be a little crazy. But yeah, there's something in the air. Celine Loves Light, how are you? Thanks a lot, you guys. The most recent videos to watch are all over 1 year old. So sorry, Sifu. Hi, Bruce and everyone. On your channel, the most recent videos to watch. Oh my God, not you too, Céline. T'es un troll, toi, avec? No? Am I reading right? On your channel, the most recent videos to watch are all over 1 year old. So sorry. So which one are you, Brico, maybe? Why would you say that? Why would you say that when I just went on Jotlon's channel and showed him all the new findings? Is that how you trolls get affected when Bruce doesn't see a UFO in the sky every day? It's called hard work, my friends. It's called hard work. But, Celine, it takes not too long for some of you to show your colors and stuff, but it's okay. There's no problems. Now you're gone. Anybody else have a problem with the number of videos that I produce? It's wanting that Bruce doesn't succeed and stuff. But you do know, I'm sure some of you agree with me. Like when you're in school, not everybody has that willpower, but sometimes when a kid is not strong at school and is afraid to fight, and then, some kids start bullying him and start pushing him around, and he starts really getting mad. But one morning he gets up and gets in a fight with his mom or something, and then goes to school, and then he gets in a fight with the teacher. And then all of a sudden the kids come back to call him an asshole. And the kid turns around and rips all three of them because the person is inspired to move ahead and to change his world with him, But it's all good. I'm telling you guys, I wouldn't change a thing here. I have an incredible support, honestly, incredible support. We all know that a lot of the information, that I showed on the moon is something that is hush hush. Nobody's ever showed it before, but I'm really lucky to be able to have a chance to show some of you guys, and you come in, especially coming back. I think it's incredible that all of you come back. So no regrets having opened the channel. JT 1111, thank you so much. That's a wonderful number, by the way, 1111. Thank you very much. Hey, Bruce and everyone, what time of year have you noticed the most UFO activity? I actually thanks a lot for asking that. One year, okay, this is important. Mostly in the summer, but so far as we're starting now, the winter's been near impossible for me to see the sky. And Leah, thank you very much. I'll get right back to you, JT. Hey, Bruce, looking good. Thank you very much, my dear friend. A hawk on the side of your hats would be really cool. Actually, yeah, maybe get a 3D hawk hat. With the wings that come out on each side. Good to see you again. It's better for me to even see you. We were starting to miss you. We were starting to talk about you. Just give you an idea of how much you're already appreciated here in the community. Happy to have you back, Leah, and thanks for the generous contributions. JT, remember when the Pentagon started with the first UFO report, actually a couple of years ago now, and they brought out the UFO report saying that they were mystified by the UFOs that were in the oceans and, diving down to see the submarines. They were mystified about all the lights that were seen in the sky. Lots of you maybe have not seen all the reports, but Kansas, hundreds of UFOs spotted. Oklahoma, there was Arizona, California. They're all over the globe. A lot in the States and a lot over Canada. And of course, we saw the balloons going by. When those reports came out, the whole year before that, there was an incredible fluctuation of these lights that were going in all different directions. I have a lot of videos of documenting them, guys. I mean, I'm outside emotional just looking at what was going on. Some signs, some flashes, talking to the sky, getting reactions back, seeing one take off like remember that one, guys, like Back to the Future with the boop, 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 little strip of fire across the sky of plasma, just chills, and the activity has always been strong. The sky was really easy to see last year. The summer was crazy. It was flooded. Since I've had a hard time seeing the sky, even when I do see the sky, JT 1111, I've noticed that this year there'll be some UFOs. I've seen a couple. I've actually seen them lift off. I saw them lifting up off the surface in December 2022, and I saw them also in 2023 arriving to the surface. So there's always new videos. That's another thing. What a silly thing to say. People saying that there's no new videos here. Is there a new UFO video this morning? No. Am I going to shit them out? No, I don't shit UFOs out. I'm not done, guys. I'm going to, and I always do, and the people that follow the channel, you guys know I have a shitload of surface UFO videos. I bring them up all the time. I will always bring them up because getting 1,000 view on something that should be, the biggest talk in the world, I will continue to bring out the research. And with everything going on today, that the demand on YouTube is people want UFO videos. Well, they're right here. The real UFO videos are not in demand. What's in demand are the sci-fi CGI videos because they're a hell of a lot clearer than mine, the CGI videos. There's atmosphere on the moon. I've always said it. And that's why things can get blurry. And I'm not showing very many blurry images of the surface, except for the clouds that are going by on the surface. Hey, wow. Thank you very much. Bruce Darla super chatted too. Listen, thank you very much, Super Dave. I love you for it. And yeah, I saw Darla and I thanked her. Thank you again, Darla. Super Dave, I appreciate you, man. I love you, brother. You know it. You're a good guy. Super Dave, it's always fun because there's never any problems on Super Dave's channel. I wish my channel was like that. Thanks, brother. Do you guys witness Celine Loves Light? How she's been so sweet here, even on the music channel and stuff. They often do that. I want you all to know that by now you're going to see that when there's attack here on the channel, it always comes from inside. We could turn around. Hey, Darla, we could turn around tomorrow and Darla loses it. You piece of shit, Bruce, and stuff. We never know. I done a bad example. Darla won't. She's been one of the first here. But she's seen a lot, and a lot of you have seen a lot. I'm Kai, has seen a lot. Everybody, a lot of you is hiring this now. A lot of people are seeing the attacks on the channel, but it's attacks from little childish people because, this research should be getting out. And if it doesn't matter. We get to continue to have these videos presented. But Bruce hasn't posted a video in over a year. Can you freaking imagine that? If you asked her how much weight I lost, she'd probably say 10 pounds instead of 44 pounds. Bruce, man, Lower Arkansas's hanging with you, bruh. Thank you very much, Mr. Scott Hart. Thanks for coming back, you guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're always so happy when someone comes, and it's funny we welcome them all so lovingly. But I was afraid she was going to start there, so I didn't take any chance. It's me or the Celestron looks bigger since Bruce lost 40 pounds. 44. Well, yes, probablement. Yep, probably it does look a lot bigger compared to me. It is looking bigger because when I was sitting beside the scope, it didn't look so big beside the scope, that's for sure. Who else is here? We got Diana Boss in the house. Thank you very much. Bruce, change in appearance. Congratulations, Bruce. I'm proud of you, kiddo. I love you, man. I'm so proud of myself. And I really love you guys for giving me the inspiration because I honestly need it to continue. And once in the time I was fasting, I was able to use the almonds as a tool. It was very, very hard. It was like trying to, I don't know, I would imagine if it's hard to get off heroin or something, it must be hard to get off food. Look it up. Apparently, it's just as bad. They say cigarettes are even worse than heroin, But why am I saying that? Is that I don't know. I don't remember anymore. I'm happy. I can't get over all the food that I'm not eating anymore. It's almost disgusting. It's almost sickening to think what I had to put in my body to be able to. And it turns out that it's when you eat, you're hungry. If you don't eat, you're not hungry. It's a scary thing, but it's true. Maybe we're just like those aliens that are behind that scope. Anyways, maybe we're just like them. We don't need to go to the bath. Maybe we can just, sit in baths and oils and stuff like that, like they do, apparently, if that was even true. Horrible. I tell you, if you're talking about NASA and all the bull crap that they're saying, I mean, it's getting pretty ridiculous, eh? When you think of it. Bruce, how long did it look like ID been gone in the email? How long did it look like ID been gone in the email? Did you send something now? You mean you want me to go look now? Or are you asking how many problems that I had? Well, just the Gmail had I had like a hard time opening it because I have to go on Safari to get into the mail. So I'm going to do it real quick to see. Just real quick in case maybe something was sent, Kai. I'll confirm it right now, actually. Get hundreds of emails. Today, somebody put something in my computer, some big file. It was just sitting there this morning. My event. Somebody go to my event. What do you mean in order? Oh, yeah, Kai. Not sure if sounds come through. My morning. Let me click on that. Okay, I got a message, Kai. The message you gave me, starting from my morning, and there's nothing else though. Okay, so you tested for sound, probably. You can redo a test if you want to. It didn't. It did come in, but I don't hear. Oh, hold on. Click to teach. Gmail this conversation. Click to teach Gmail this conversation is not important. I'm not going to click that then. What the hell? It's important according to Google Magic. What the fuck? Okay. I get weird emails, dude. I play chess with my son, and the chessboard is doesn't even have the pieces on it. I'm starting to think I'm the problem. Honestly, maybe I'm zooming up this stupid screen. Oh yeah, man, you said it. That's Michael. That's true. Any person that sells guitars or knows about them will also tell you that. The stores will also tell you that. When you pay a lot for a guitar, often you're paying for quality. Different makes, different brands. It depends, right? That's true. Right. Hey Bradley, how's it going? Howdy, howdy, brother. Latin Canadian, that is so nice of you, Celine. So nice. What did she say? She must have said something pretty. Celine loves light, also thoughtful to be. Ah, okay. So Celine was talking, and I wasn't seeing your conversation because there was only one conversation. There was only one message from Celine, and she said that my videos are a year old and I've not posted anything new. So, Moon aliens. Oh no, Bruce has upped his game. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Thanks, Darla. Guys, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up for the host, for the creator, because that's the only way we get um, shared with other people in the algorithm of YouTube, supposedly. Hopefully, on invite shows up invited. Last finest to stop by, jaw dropping portal short. Just catching up here, you guys. Yeah, right on, man. No rush. Get up in the day, and I will reach you or something if you want. We can do a test. That way, we'll be able to talk, man. Mano to mano, man. It'd be awesome. I promise not to forget either. Right after my jog tomorrow. No, I don't jog. I wish. It's bad for the back. I'm not going to jog. One person mentioned Bruce start doing pull-ups. Well, have you ever seen an elephant do pull-ups? Yeah, run smoothly. The scope, man. Right on, brother. Wally, how's it going? Just want a thumbs up. I'm too tired at 2 a.m. Need some dreams with little friends. If any of them like to take me on a journey, have a nice chat, you all. Dream of the scope, then imagine that you're on the moon filming UFOs like I love doing. I made it. Bad storm here. Oh, we just had some quarter size hail here in Florida. It's 87 degrees. Turmoil, Gate Smasher everywhere. I was just talking, Gate Smasher, about my optical head, my big optical head right here that you can see that beautiful gift, inspiration. Now, is the flashlight going to go out? There we go. NASA, my competitors, Gate Smasher. My competitors. Whoa. They don't like Brucey. Brucey hasn't posted a new video in a year. That guy's been posting the same video. And the worst of it, if you guys see the same video reposted anywhere on my 2,500 videos, I'll give you my telescope. How's that? I'll give you my telescope. The shifting is incredible. I'll tell you, like the storm the Gate Smasher's talking about right now. Um, like I said, because of the sun, massive heat in certain areas. There's going to be the tornadoes in Florida. Florida every year is getting worse and worse and worse and worse. So you guys are not lucky up there. Too bad. One of the best states, eh? One of the most beautiful states when it comes to legality and things that you're allowed doing. So they don't want us seeing too close, or at least what technology allows. You're right about that. Might be only 10 years old. I can't remember. I got chemo brain. I hear you, man. I absolutely hear you. But they're good for life. Those scopes are good for life. No batteries on that. It's just plug and go. Got the windows open. I'm not used to hearing the sounds outside. It is so quiet in this neighborhood now. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Lord. They busted everyone. big ass bus guys with bombs going into the house, guns with canisters and stuff like that. They were selling guns, cocaine, heroin at the end of the road, and they were trafficking all that, going around with four-wheelers and stuff. And they got caught right at the end of the road. Here, all the time on the road, you'd see these people walking, stooped over backwards, walking down the bloody street, wasted and stuff like that. But it's not a town of drunks. So like, where the hell are they all coming? It was one group, a gang of people that were all getting drunk all the time and just going around and wreaking havoc. Wreaking havoc. That was sneaky, Lynn. There's a couple of people that were able to do that. I don't know, Darla and everyone, a couple of years ago, actually, a year or two ago. Do you remember that we were all seeing different comments from certain people? At one point, I had gone to done a test with some people in the community asking, did you see somebody tell me to F off? And they go, F off. They go, Bruce, they didn't tell you to F off. They told you that you had the best channel on YouTube. So they were able to change to manipulate the scripting and what other people were seeing. It's not everybody that can do that. It's not, you need a pretty wise hacker to be able to get into my channel without getting caught. And, and smart hackers do that. Stupid hackers will get into your channel, close it. The smart hackers get in and they watch you. They watch you do stuff. And the goal here, for those that don't know, was to make fights in the community. And the problem is, if people in the community don't like me, I'm still going to be posting my videos. Nothing's going to change. People that are going to come and say hi to me, I'm going to say hi to them, right? Because the goals of most people when they open YouTube channels, it's the subscribers and it's the views. My views are not high. It looks like a piece of shit channel that nobody comes. It's okay. But in reality, most people just want those views. Did you notice the big channels that don't have any plaques? I know a lot of them. I know a very popular one I'm not going to name. That's a UFO channel that never got a plaque. Well, if you buy views and if you buy subscribers, you can't have a plaque either. Our plaque is coming up thanks to you all. We will be at 97.4 on May 3rd. Well, Bruce, we're May 19th, or no, I mean we're May 12th. It doesn't matter. On May 4th, Social Blade, they're 86% right, will say I will be at 97.4. And now it changed to May 17th, right? So it's not that there's a hacker controlling the channel. It's that I don't get subscribers or views. And when I don't, you have a troll. One of them has 50 to 100 channels, and he goes up and down. Today it went down 37. Yesterday I went down 40, and it goes back up. It was down to 320. So we're close to going back down to 97.2. They have fun with that. And then, they change the days that I'm going to reach, 100,000. We've been doing this for years. We were arriving. Google said, Bruce, in 2019 will be at 175,000. And then it went down from that because my biggest day here on YouTube was only once in my life. I got 375,000 views or 325,000 views in 24 hours. And then after that, it went dead. It stopped the channel. They locked it. Then there was one point when I went viral again. And in 2 hours, I got 84,000 views and I got 6,000 subs, 5,000 subs. It just kept going up. And then it stopped, went back down to zero again. So it happens sometimes, Camera doesn't work the way I remember. And it's very aggravating. Hey, I hear you. I went 4 weeks the other day. That's guys. Do you know that they're talking on the news that astronomers can't see the sky? Do you know how many days I didn't see a sky here in Canada? Okay, months, like 3 months that there was no sky here at all. I filmed lots of videos about it because this is a truth channel, right? So I don't have to make up UFOs if there's none in the sky. I'll just tell you what's in the sky at the same time. And I'm pretty sure the 2,000 videos that I have here, I've made, there's hundreds of videos that are absolutely incredible that show real drones during the day, UFOs during the day, which by the way is extremely rare. Mount the Celestron on the Jeep. This twits pal. In reality, it's silly, because the orange connection right there, all that line there, it's a track that wide, and you can buy the piece, and you could actually put your scope and mount it on the Jeep, which is just the right height, and stand up or even sit in the back seat in the back, and you can just with the remote. That'd be really cool, actually. I love you, Darla. Thank you very much for the kind encouragement. Yes, Mount Everest. There's the biggest mount in the world. To put a telescope on top of it for sure. Latin Canadian, bravo, because it's not easy. I'm telling you. Um, I wonder if it is easier for me because I am chubby. I mean, the body consumes your fat, you know, and obviously you're far from being as big as I am or was, but I think it must work in a similar way. Maybe it'd be harder for someone that's thinner to lose weight. I don't know. I'm really skeptical about that. I'm not skeptical. I just really don't know. But yeah, day 4 right now as of 7 o'clock, and doing good. So this will be tomorrow all day. Will be a day where I'm going to be able to make it without eating. But the problem is my fasting day finishes at 7 p.m. So tomorrow night, I'm going to go to bed around 10 or 11. Guys, I've been going to bed at 10 or 11. I'm up at 4 or 5 in the morning as compared to staying up the 18 hours. A lot of hard work I did on this bloody stream, on this channel. Stayed outside for hours, got sick as a dog, hours to slow down the footage that I was able to finally show. There's a lot of work that was done on this channel. Not a lot of people know that. Anybody can just post videos of any bull crap, but for me, it was something that all religious people deserve to know the truth about what's out there. It doesn't have to change your religion at all. It's something you can integrate into your religion, most likely. Mr. B, thank you very much. I am going to scroll down there. I always stay stuck on the top. I know you guys hate that, but it's because if not, I miss, some people. We got Super Dave's channel there if you guys want to check it out. Got my coffee and ready to enjoy the show. Thank you very much, Patricia. Salute, Mr. Alpha Kush. Thanks for coming back, brother. As always, I appreciate that. Good evening, tubers. Thanks for coming back. Suspicious. Thanks, guys. You rock, man. Maybe one day, I should get known, enough that I don't get it. I wish I was known more, or at least the research was known more. That's for sure. But it'll happen. I'm pretty sure it'll happen. Look at it the way you want. Some of these researchers, I mean, even, a lot of them get known, and I think some of them are really chosen. Linda Moulton Howe, I saw her appear on Skinwalker Ranch. Something that is very intriguing to me because a lot of the things that are happening to me are exactly what is happening at the Skinwalker Ranch. So I know there's definitely some type of frequency disturbing my metabolism, literally, and whether it be because some people go up in ships or not, or because you go through a portal and stuff. I'm intrigued about that. And I heard that going through portals or traveling, time travel or something, you're going to have a frequency problem with devices being timed. It's very intriguing. It intrigues me. Jules D, evening to you. Thanks a lot. You're so sweet, Latin Canadian. Thanks a lot. Love you guys. So yeah, JT, summer. Most likely summer, for sure. Leah, thanks again for the generous contributions, you guys. I love you so much. I got one too. My microphone's just as stupid. Hey, as a matter of fact, I'll tell you what, bud. Casa Nostra, muchas gracias. I can tell you that. Have any of you seen the pod videos, which was not a year ago? Poor Celine of Light. She's just a French troll. It's Brico, the one that used to wear a dress. I've seen those pods coming out of the sky. Literally pods coming out of the sky, raining down when a massive plane went over top of a storm. A lot of you will probably remember, and a lot of you were telling me, Bruce, there's a storm. That's a plane that was over top of the storm, and they dropped down some pods into the cloud, which I also assumed because they're obviously reading the temperatures. You know how they send up balloons, little balloons or discs and stuff? They send that up and they, let it go into a storm. All those discs disperse all over the storm, and their speeds are registered, and they can tell how fast the tornadoes are going. So I have seen some pods and or whatever forms. And why am I calling them a pod? Because they were tic tac shaped. They were as big as, they looked like, some people were laughing. They said it looked like beer cans that was coming down to the ground. It was maybe someone in the UFO that shot us a couple of beers. X2 Gaming came for the optical head with the question mark. Yes, I know some of you will be curious. And again, that is the big telescope. So that sideways with the camera in the back is a beautiful tool to be able to, with my competitor's sign right there, to be able to get some beautiful shots of what's going on the moon. Do you know how many people told me not to get a 14-inch scope to look at the moon? You know how many people told me I'm not going to be able to see the moon, that it's going to be too close, that it's going to be blurry and stuff? Yeah, it's blurry, all right. The clouds, that's why it's blurry. Hello, my friend Bruce. You can't fart out a UFO. Tros, feck off. Thank you very much. How's it going, Mark? Nice to see you, man. I think UFO is a constant, nonstop process. It could very well be suspicious. That's something that's always in the sky, always in movement also. That's why now in the field of ufology, there's a lot of different terms that are going for the UFOs now. Lots of different terms. They started out with UAP, unidentified aerial phenomena, and now they're using unidentified anomalous phenomena. But in reality, that's what I've been filming. I've been filming light phenomena. I've been filming unidentified aerial phenomena. I've been filming, definitely not balloons, which is totally ridiculous, right? For people to think that we're filming balloons, especially with the infrared, I'd see it very well. You said it, Latin Canadian, July, definitely. Yep, absolutely. Leah. Thanks again, Leah. Is Magnitude Matrix here? Did he come back? I didn't see. There he is. Sorry about that. Put some nitrogen in the telescope to get cleaner images. Well, yeah, I had a solar imager, but hydrogen. I know all about putting products in the telescopes. Nobody knows about that. NASA's doing a lot of tests with it. Put the nitro in just before you take a picture. Absolutely. That's what they're doing. And that magnitude matrix is going to permit us, like to see the different frequencies of objects occurring in the lunar atmosphere or even in our sky. Like with the solar telescope, I had a little bit of problems with, but that will be fixed. Yeah, Darla, nice to see Leah back. Absolutely. A feather on the side of your hat is what I meant. Oh, okay. Yes. The whole hawk. Actually, hang on. Actually, reminded me of something. Hi. Not exactly the feather that I was supposed to put on, but actually, hold on here. There we go. Walk around. My black feathers. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to yell that. Leslie contributed and said, I shouldn't have contributed. Should have waited for him to put the feather in his hat. Sorry, just screwing around, Leslie. Thank you very much. Truth here. I love you for it, Leslie. Thanks, you guys. That means a lot. All of you that come here to look at the videos, that you believe in me and, that you come by, and encourage the channel. I really love you for it because we were all lied to, guys, and what's going on now, it's really, really scary seeing that we can't even talk about half of what's going on. Very scary. I'm gonna turn off that light. It's annoying, eh? In the screen. There we go. And yet again, coffee cold. I'm having less coffee also. Do you know that even though I only had a drink on weekends, sometimes, often, okay, it's like I feel that little change. It's like I'm getting to, if I'm not eating, if I'm not drinking, I was cleaning this week, doing a whole bunch of things, trying to get the house. You guys deserve me having some cleaning time because I worked my ass off. How many times have I left my house dusty to be able to get a video up? And not everybody remembers my days of 6 videos a day. Do you got any of you remember me when the trolls were like effing enraged because I was posting 2 or 3 videos of UFOs a day? At one point for 6 months, they were all over the sky. Right after that, the Pentagon said that there's problems because there's too many lights in the sky. So if you've followed me since the beginning, you're going to see that everything was real. And what I said that was around Earth, the debris, the big asteroids that were around the sun. Do you remember, guys, in 2016, how they laughed at me? They made videos about Bruce. They're still all up, saying that he's seeing asteroids and meteors leaving the sun. That's why I started talking in great detail about showing what was beside the sun. People think you need ginormous telescopes to see asteroids. You don't, right? Because there's a lot of things going by the sun, but everything that's around the sun is completely blinding. If you put your camera on the edge of the sun and wait for things to go by, you can differentiate pollen with birds, with planes, with debris, and with UFOs, unless you're dumb, because a bird crosses the sky. If you see a bird cross the sky like that, boom, it's because you're going to see the bird big and the bird is close. If you see a bird going by in your screen that's that big, it's not a bird if it goes like that across the bloody screen. So in reality, it's easy to find out what's a real video, but there's no interest to it because someone sits down and says, okay, it looks like a bird. Why isn't it a bird? Because it's going fast. Okay. It's like they don't care. But NASA, the Unidentified Aerial Task Force, including the Joint Aerial Task Force that they denied existed after the Black Vault exposed them through the Freedom of Information Act, it's all real. NASA's doing the same thing, looking in the sky at pieces, debris, objects going by. They're looking at them appear, disappear. They have no freaking idea where these objects are coming from. It can't be everything human. It has to have to do with something alien. 100%. The conversations that we've had on this channel are amazing. The help and the theories and all the contribution and theories that you've given to this channel is why my research is the way it is. And I'm inspired by some of your ideals. I have my own theories and ideas, but there's no two ways about it. There's definitely somebody on the moon, even if we don't know who they are. If they're hiding who's on the moon, it's because the moon is in charge. It's the communication. It's Central Command, CC-33. It's Central Command, and they're ordering all the planets and everything that's going on with the planets and probably controlling Earth. So if you see that every single planet has moons around it, it's something that's possibly built, guys. It's a system of spaceships and spacecrafts that are suspended in what they don't know yet, because the professionals 3 days ago were talking about how the hell are the planets staying up. Trolls and little researchers online, and nothing wrong with that, but they think they know it all, and they think that you read something and the solar system's this, and that's what it is. Everybody that is a professional is fighting with each other about what's out there. So there's nothing concrete. There's nothing that's confirmed. Science is an evolving, theorizing assumption. That's all it is. People assume, they use mathematical equations, even Einstein's theory of relativity in the 1900s was not confirmed to be exactly what he said energy was equal to, right? He was close, maybe, but they overthrew it when Nagasaki and the bombs and everything, they overthrew when they tested Nevada test site. And if you live near the Nevada test site, that is a place where I would really like to go. It's probably the most contaminated place on earth, one of them anyways. And when you look at the Nevada test site, you can look it up online yourself. It's really interesting. It looks like the moon. There's a lot of craters there, a lot of bombings that they did. Those of you that remember in some of my older videos, I talked about the moon being bombed, having been bombed, maybe even possibly carpet bombed. There's a lot of you, many a times, that have come to the channel and mentioned that to me, and why would I think that? Well, craters were bombed from over top. There's no cone-shaped craters. Meteors and asteroids come in the atmosphere sideways. They don't come straight downwards. I've never seen that. And sometimes it looks like they're coming straight downwards. It's the optical illusion. Same way we see a plane in the sky on the horizon, and it looks like the plane's a rocket and it's going up. In reality, the plane's facing you. It's coming towards you, and you're seeing it go up, gets up, and then at one point it reverts the closer it gets. I love analyzing those things. You look at that when it's occurring and you're like, why? What the hell's going on? It's interesting. It remains very interesting. Magnitude Matrix, thanks again, eh? Again, Miss Super Dave. Scott Hart, thank you so much, brother. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. Very thoughtful man. Hope you're still there. And you saw the thank you, man. Thank you very much. 9 o'clock, it was half an hour ago. Sorry about that, guys. How's it looking? Really, really active and clear. It's absolutely incredible. I'm telling you, the skies here too have been incredible when they're clear, and they haven't been clear for a little while. Leah's military, salute, welcome, you little warrior. I'm lost. Welcome. Benny Hill, welcome. Hi from Holland. Thank you very much. Miss Numerous in the house. Thank you. I always thought there was an atmosphere on the moon with smoky haze, but you're right. There is. They admitted that there is an atmosphere. They say that there's. Hi, Sugar Bee. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, Bradley. There's an atmosphere on the moon. They say it's 1/6 of the atmosphere that's on Earth. Now they've admitted that there's flowing water leaving the poles, going down to the sunlit side of Earth. They found, I don't know if you guys remember, or Bradley, I'm pretty sure you guys do. Some of you do. They found some pits, PITT, right? Pits on the moon, which go down hundreds of feet or hundreds of miles. I don't know if it's feet. I don't remember anymore how deep it is. Very warm inside of it, like literally not freezing inside of the moon. Another sign that there's a core, that it could even be active. What if there's a mantle and everything? What if it's just like Earth, right? What if there's a magnetosphere around the moon? Because those that don't know it, they just admitted that the moon has a core in it. So this changes everything, guys. I don't know why they're doing it, but it's exciting because all the new that's happening with the planets and the information that's coming out is absolutely exceptionally exciting to find out that they're going to admit certain things. They never talk about the atmospheres. They have admitted they're looking for alien life. They're looking for, when we say alien life, don't forget, often NASA will talk about alien life being microbial life, small living organisms inside of, features on Mars or whatnot, where there's water or where there was water. Lots of talk about Mars also, that they found water recently, and it's a beautiful thing. Titan, around Saturn, and they're holding back on the moon. I wish they would talk more about the moon, but it's like they're holding back on it. But it does have a smoky haze. I guess that's sort of the joke. When I started doing the research, everybody, oh my God, I got the comment so much. It's swamp gas. Didn't really understand the comment. I didn't find the comment funny either. It was like, okay, swamp gas, good for you. You know, methane, when rocks rot, can have a gas that emanates from it. It could be toxic or not. The methane here on Earth is needed. If there wasn't any methane in our atmosphere, the oxygen would not be so close to the planet. The methane is keeping the oxygen close to the planet. If they get rid of methane and they say that the cows are farting. Remember, they started talking about that. They're going to put bags up cows' asses, a bunch of morons, literally, so that they don't fart out. What are they going to do with that? Plug cars up their asses, refuel cars, and use fart methane, like methane cow farts. But there's something to that. If there's methane in the atmosphere, it's because it's helping the oxygen to remain close. So what can they do on the moon? They can terraform it. They can add everything they need, like methane and stuff that's already carbon monoxide, hydrogen. It's all in the atmosphere. Very similar to Earth. The core is similar to Earth. The core size is similar to Earth. They're going to be talking about that really, really soon. It's exciting. So in the pit, you can walk around in your sweater, right? That's something in the past that would confirm the lower you go on the moon into any holes and crevices, it can go as low as minus 500 degrees Celsius. In the craters, in the dark areas, well, a pit is a dark area. And do you know that it's 20, 25 degrees or 17 degrees, I think it is, Celsius? You can walk around in a long sleeve shirt in the pits of the moon. And that's information that just recently came out. Jason Berezny, I thank you very much for the generous contributions, brother. Thank you, man. It's just exciting news. We got eyes on. They want fake UFO research, a bunch of dweebs, and why. And it's true, Mark. They really do want the fake shit. You get people saying, look at the UFO. And someone, posted at one point a UFO. And then when you pause it, the UFO, you can see the shape of the vehicle. If it's a vehicle that's speeding by, you're going to see it distorted. That's how it is, because the camera's not going to pick it up because of the frame rate. There's lots of stuff you can do with the frame rate and find out also. Absolutely, Sugar Bee. Absolutely. It's the same reoccurring trolls that we get here anyway. So they've never been able to break Bruce, because trolls, their only goal is to emotionally break you. Me, I ridicule them. I break them. I kill their channels, all legally, just by telling people, look what they're doing. They're bad people, and they lose their channels. They don't get any more support, and that's how it is. You got to be good in life. If you're good to other channels, talk about some other channels, welcome new people to your channel, interact with your community. It's all going to go okay. Usually that's how it works. Definitely. Thank you for the contribution, my friend Super Dave. Yeah, man. Listen, I think, we're being our metabolisms and everyone, there's something going on with everyone. And a lot of us have different, metabolisms, and we have different ailments. Some of us are sick. Some of us have autism. Some of us have effing seizures. My brother, people have hard times going through shit. Is there some type of change? I probably believe that that's possible, that there absolutely could be a change that's occurring with our bodies when certain things are happening. You said it, Sugar Bee. We will. We're going to get through absolutely everything. Promise. I promise you, we'll make it. Jimbo Jr. 66. Thanks a lot, man. When you live through the created chaos, you stop being afraid anymore. Love this research. It's confirming. I love you, brother. My friend Jimbo. Thank you so much, man. Thank you very much, you guys. It's very thoughtful. See, that's the beautiful thing about this channel, is that it's therapeutic. I've never in my life had beautiful comments like that, even when I was working with clients, with people, right? When they used to sell my body. I'm kidding. See, Bruce is selling his body. No, I appreciate the encouragement, guys. Honestly, seriously. it inspires me to want to continue also at the same time. The beautiful thing here is that every time there's no UFOs outside, or that it's, I mean, there's some Canadians here, I'm not lying when I said it's like 10 days, 12 days, no sky. There's always research I can go in and see. I film the sun here too. For those that are interested, the sun is very dangerous. The reason why they're exploring about supernovas and exploding suns and galaxies and stars and whatnot and black holes is because eventually our star is going to die. It's always dying. The minute we're born, we're dying. You and I. A sun's born is also dying. Everything that is in motion, everything that is alive, comes into this world and leaves the world. Did you know that? Simple things. Notice the little things when you walk into a room. Notice what it smells like. Remember what the temperature is outside. Look to see if there's any cracks in the walls. Look to see how people are dressed. Look to see, when you go into a room, often someone will go into a room to see where the buffet table is. It depends on how much you want to witness what's going on around you. I think God played a trick on us, guys. We're sort of in a game where he allows us to get to the finish line. But when we get to the end of the finish line, he's going to ask us everything that we saw going around that Monopoly board. If you get to the end and you say, I don't know, maybe it's you didn't learn anything, right? I believe that we're all here to learn something. In the physical world is so that we can appreciate our soul when we move on, because you'll always be around. Like the people, those of you that lose family members, even if you're not religious, I promise you that they're around there's a certain part of their energy that remains. Don't feel that if you're talking to them, you're holding them back from going on the other side. God's going to pull them if they want to. But there's something that remains. Maybe it's your subconscious that talks to you. I doubt it, but maybe it is. Whether it be that or not, there's something that happens when somebody dies, that there's a connection there that you can reach them. Why am I talking about that? Is because it's true. All these UFOs can be paranormal too. It doesn't mean that it's, Sorry about that, brother. Yeah, it really is. I did a lot of changes. The sleeping habits too have been very odd. Don't forget, guys, we've all been under a lot of stress in our countries. There's nobody here right now that has a country that has not had crap occur in it right now, no matter where you are in the world. The only lucky people right now are actually the people on the islands, people that are living on the islands that never even heard of a pandemic, probably have no idea what the hell is going on. Absolutely, always. My focus is you guys and gals. Like, you guys keep me focused. You guys put me on my feet. You keep me recording. You keep me interested. I'm going to retire doing this. I'm not going to be stopping to do this. The channel's going to grow. There'll be some infrared drones. I'm going to get some very death-defying, almost very exciting footage, because the UFOs appear over me. And with a drone, I'll be able to go up and reach them to experience that. There's lots I want to do. So you guys stick around the channel. There'll be lots coming. Yeah, of course not. I guess not. But it's important that you document it, though, at least maybe see what's happening when that's occurring so that you can try and prevent, man, and stuff. I'm sending you a lot of energy, my brother, right now. Download. If your balls are tickling you and you feel that hot, warm energy behind your neck, I ain't touching your balls, just the energy, the energy flowing. Get a bottle of nitrogen for your telescope. It will clean your images. Right on. Be sure the bottle, it's the same temp as outside before you use. Well, yes. If not, my $13,000 telescope Canadian will be destroyed. That's for sure. People tell me, Bruce, you film the sun with that? Are you freaking kidding me? No, I don't film the sun with that. I was suggested not to also by Celestra. Maybe it's because they don't want me seeing what's there. Coming up, guys, today I went to the store to look at some new cameras, because unfortunately the out of date Nikon P900, don't buy a P1000, guys, if you don't want to get screwed. If you want to buy a P1000, don't film the moon. Look at anybody filming the moon or the sun with a P1000. It's the worst possible thing to buy, because a Nikon P1000 is only 16 effing megapixels. I'm blown away. So when I got that at the beginning, everyone wanted to jump 2000 millimeters. But what people don't know, the next camera I buy, if I want to have 2000 millimeters, but more than 16 megapixels, I'm going to have to pay $5,000-$10,000 for a camera. And then I'm going to have to pay $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 for an effing lens that goes on that camera to be able to get as close as the P900, but with 80 megapixels or 50 megapixels, because you can zoom up with the P900. I don't need the P1000 because nobody zooms up 3000. You can't see the moon zoomed out at 3000. What's the use of buying a P1000? Buy for your money's worth. Get a 950, get a 900. But honestly, if you want something to film the moon, okay, a camera to film the moon like I'm doing, it costs 30,000. Buy yourself a telescope at $10,000 instead of buying $30,000 worth of lens, where you see these people filming nature and they have a lens on a stand that's like that long, right? That's that big at the end and stuff. That's bullshit. They don't sell it all on the camera. That's so maddening. You have some cameras don't have the slow motion. Some cameras film, but they don't zoom up while you're filming. There's a lot of functions and stuff. And every time they add another function on the camera, they charge you an extra $1,000. Megapixels. You go up 10 megapixels, you'll go up thousands of dollars every time you go up, right? Outdated. 16 megapixels is outdated. I'm filming the sun, guys, with the 16 megapixel camera. Okay. And it's good enough because I don't have to zoom out 2000 millimeters. When I'm zoomed out close on the sun, I zoom out 1500 to 1700 millimeters maximum. If not, everything's distorted. You can't see anything. But to counteract that, those missing megapixels, nobody knows it. Descend the exposure. You'll gain what looks like you're gaining megapixels, even though you're not. It'll clarify the image right up. Easy peasy. Probably. Well, the solar ones, a solar telescope that I had problems with, but that eventually I will get another one. Had to bring it back. The solar telescope has a knob on it, and you open it up. There's a little cup inside. You open it up. You can do some things like that. You can actually, at night, you'd have a hard time doing so. And again, like the other one said, you have to regulate that temperature. You're going to shatter everything or screw everything up. But I wouldn't test it. I'd be very careful. But with the solar telescope, you tighten, you let the air in, right? You have to let it become the temperature of outside. Leave it for a couple of minutes outside. Then you put the cup of oxygen on it and you turn it, and that oxygen, you adjust it. There's another adjustment at the front, another adjustment at the back, and you go get the frequency on the sun that's rising up off the center, the side of the sun. You can't see the coronal holes with that. There's another thing you have to go and get, another frequency to see. That's why James Webb Telescope has so many frequencies on it, to be able to see everything that's out there in space. It's absolutely incredible. Okay, it's funny you say that, I am Kai, but phones and stuff like that, there's the 5G, there's some changes, different height and elevation of some of the satellites. There's some hacks going on here in Canada. I'm sure around the world at one point there's going to be another hack. Something's going to Something's going to happen. Andrew, the Pensy, thanks a lot, my brother, for being here. Julie Stats, is she here? Hello, Julie Stats. How's it going? See my big optical head with the beautiful gift of my competitor, NASA. Thank you, guys. That's the address, guys. If you want to send me some UFO parts, that's what you got to do. Thank you, sir, for confirming that. Does Bruce see UFOs every day? Hell no. I'd be worried if I was. I'm not a god there. Suspicious. I only know him. I'm chilling in Orlando. I wish we could do some rain where I am. Get some rain, not do some rain. I hear you. I can send you some rain, my friend. Actually, I don't want to send too much rain right now. I think Gates Master said there was enough rain that fell on. Kemos, thank you very much. How's it going, guys? After the rain, it poured down good. Ground needed it. Been toasty here. Yeah, I'm worried about that. The heat this summer, we're going to really taste it, guys. There's going to be some very confusing weather around the world. I'm so tired of seeing myself so bloody close. Ridiculous. The more I lose, the closer they put me, the buggers. Florida had some of the craziest weather. I've literally seen it rain on one side of the yellow line. Yeah. I've seen that only 2-3 times in my life, but that is really cool. Like I had a chance to walk up to the wall of rain. I've seen that. Literally seen it rain on one side of the yellow line in the road, and not in the other. That's awesome. Busted everybody, but missed the UFOs. Yeah. Hey, Jason, thanks again, hey, brother. Generous contributions, man. My sleep habits have been really, really weird. Guys, you know when I got scared? When I started dieting and fasting, and it's not dieting, it's fasting. It's a more than a warrior diet, believe me, because I'm eating twice a week, not 2 days a week, 2 meals a week. When it started, I said to myself, may as well stop drinking too, because with the dieting, I won't want to, be physical. And I'm like, I'm not going to do much weed smoking if I want to be healthy and get in shape and walk, right? And then I'm saying, wait a minute. Is he tricking me? Is he making me do that? I believe that if, and I'm sure he does, God exists, he'll make you do stuff that will come from yourself, but you have to see it. And if you see it, you can do it. I asked God to help my eye. I thank him every night for that. And I asked God to help me heal my eye. But there's always something I ask, and God, I always ask it in a certain way. I always ask God to permit me to be able to heal my eye. I don't say, God, magically heal my eye. I'm sick of the pain, But the next day when I started fasting had nothing to do with my eye. It was the weight problem. Then I started fasting. After day 3, I realized I wasn't playing in my eye. And then overwhelmed, I said, holy shit. Literally. Okay. I said, God healed my eye when I asked him to heal my bloody eye. And he just made me start losing weight and just like wake up, and my sciatic nerve went away. The back problem went away. I mean, holy shit. It's just incredible, Valerie Smith, thanks so much for coming in. Thank you, guys. Congratulations that I have an amazing community. Honestly, I wouldn't want to be without you guys, so I appreciate you all coming by so much. Yes, man, definitely 100%. So on top of YouTube doing it, I have the hackers for real that are attacking a channel that is shadow banned, and they laugh at me, guys, because Bozo's last video, where I tried to report one of the trolls that were making streams about me. I wasn't able to send the report to him. It says it's sent. He never received it. So YouTube ghosts me. And when I report people who have Miss Here channel has all videos of me, footage of me, says I'm a pedophile, says, I attack my kid, whatever. I'm a bad father. I have some videos of people that say that I was abusing handicapped kids. That was because I worked with handicapped children. Imagine the embarrassment in town. But that's how it is. And I can't take the videos down because YouTube doesn't reply to me. And when I write to YouTube, I said, I just sent you something about a report of that person's channel. You're not replying to me. And they say, if you have any problems, get a VPN, get an antivirus. And, if you get harassed, contact your local authorities. I had done that once, contacting local authorities, and they say, oh, we don't do anything online. Sorry. We don't stop people online. Even if they say they're going to come kill your kids, they got to come to the door. And when one did, threatening to kill my son and I with a gun, nothing happened because the police said, well, you need a camera, eh? If you want to, if that guy came to your house, well, now you need a camera to be able to prove the rest of the camera. You know what that means, eh? Screw the cops. I'll defend myself at home. And that way I won't have to call the cops anymore. Problem solved. Problem solved. Elizabeth, love from Scotland. Thank you very much. I think your house sits on a dielectric channel, something electrical or magnetism for sure, and it's causing your ghost problems. Correlates before and after solar flares. Now you can have some peace. Yeah, no, I wish that. It started back on a street in Valleyfield, brother, since I was young. Wherever I go, there are UFOs. I have a UFO channel because I can go out and talk to UFOs and actually make them appear. Like I'm going to do camping this summer when I go with Elias. We'll be having some evenings. We're going to see UFOs appear in the sky because, it always happens around me. No, there's a ghost connection with me. I can make shadows do very scary things. Some people, I've been called a warlock, a witch, a demon, a devil. The things that happen around me are the most intriguing things. And I'm an open book when people are around me, someone's energetic around me. When we go camping, I'm telling you, we will be seeing a lot of things occur. It's when those, a lot of you call them skinwalkers. I don't use that term because it's just a Navajo legend, a story, and stuff like that is linked to Skinwalker Ranch, even though we know that it could be the Navajo, a curse or something that was put on that land because of something that happened with the white man or whatnot. And there's something serious back in the past that happened. There were serious incantations being done and stuff. The most beautiful stories about Earth and about God are Indian stories. Okay, and we call them stories, but in reality, they're legends and burning plastic outside or something. Legends are incredible. The Indians and the natives and the stories about the mountains being alive and the rivers and everything. And it all coincides. No matter what religion you want to go and verify, you're going to see the correlation from Indian tribes to no matter what language you're looking at, from Arabs to the Sumerians to the Mayans, no matter how far you go back, right? All the way to Julius Caesar and before, obviously. It really is real, and it sucks, I tell you. Will do, Bradley. Jimbo, I appreciate that, man. Thanks for your patience waiting for me to answer the comments, you guys. I promote you and your channel to anyone I can, anytime I can, and share my stories to wide-eyed not believers and get dismissed, but I don't care one bit. Love you, man. I love you more, Jimbo. Thank you so much. I respect you so much for that, man. Thanks. Means a lot, guys. I'm telling you. 144 watching. About 97 watching now. That's because yesterday we had a bit too many. Is Jason around? Oh, Beresny, of course. You can watch the first stream. I talked with my brother a bit about my losing weight on my fat ass. We had a lot of fun.
Yes, funky chemicals are really getting my nerves. I totally agree with you. Yeah, this is a pleasant way to live too. Sometimes, you know, the story about drunks. If people only knew, right? Why people drink, what they do, and I am Kai. I don't know, and I'm not getting into it. But some people are so aggressive on the alcohol. I'm not aggressive, right? Not gonna happen. I'll cry. I'll get teary eyed. I love you, man. That's it's emotions. It's beauty. But some people drink. Kai, I'm upside down. Some people drink because things are going bad, and they drink to forget. I will not have a drink if things aren't going perfectly well. It's the opposite of what most people do when they drink. Things are going bad. I'm having a freaking drink. No, things are going good today. Maybe I'm gonna have a little drink. That's how I try to look at it. Nato Magnato, if you're here, thank you very much. UFOs during the day, isn't that strange? We just don't see them. 100%. 100%. And the beauty of it is that I got one that come down really low in the sky, and I got that recorded. I was so lucky. It's just mesmerizing. There's a connection with neurons in your brain and the energy, electrical charge of the neurons in your brain that can make them even move around in the sky. I'm not positive about that, but I've been doing some experimentation over the years, and I'm telling you, I got some pretty amazing videos, some really convincing videos also. Foxy Philly, good evening, guys from Kentucky. Thank you very much. Lee's, how's it going, Lee's? Chat, hope everyone are feeling well. Schumann resonance, yes, have had a blackout. So hope all are easing into the new energies. It's very, very bad. We have 3 coronal mass ejections, 2 halo coronal mass ejections. One was very mild, the other one a bit stronger. Then we got another one that headed towards Earth, which, by the way, we should be feeling today or tomorrow, or yesterday or today, but it could be tomorrow. um yeah, it's pretty bad. The sun is erupting continually. They're afraid for it to explode because the sun will have many explosions as it's dying and getting older, but dying process of the sun is not like a human dying process. It's going to take a long time for the sun to die. Do you know that they say there is nowhere in the universe a dark dwarf planet? They've never found it. And if they have, they've only found one. But till a month ago and a half, there was no dwarf planet. There's no sun yet in the entire universe that has died and become a black dwarf planet or a dwarf star, right? Red dwarf or whatnot. Yes, we have some, but there's none that have fizzed out all their energy. So we don't have to be worried about the sun not shining on us. I'm very concerned about the fluctuation of the temperatures. Did you see in South Africa? 60 some degrees was felt. That's not normal. Lots going on, and always on the southern hemisphere of the world, and it's always going to be on the equator. We're going to see a lot of activity, a lot of earthquake activity, like Super Dave mentioned, that I mentioned in the first stream. Posted a video, 5.7 earthquake. Super Dave posted about in California because the San Andreas Fault is splitting itself, and eventually, long overdue, the tectonic plates that are underneath of California are face to face, and they push all the time, and it shakes and it shakes, and at one point it's going to go like that, and then it's going to go like that, and it's going to stop, and it's going to shake everything. They're saying that the scenarios, preventive scenarios, at the beginning, not everyone's going to die. People think, things are worse. It's just that you're in a bad place, bad situation at the bad time. You don't want to be in the pool, and the pool splits in two, and you wind up 7,000 kilometers down into the earth. Who knows how big a hole will open up. There's a lot of speculation also about things. We got volcanoes, we got Yellowstone that's being active. Back up 3 years, guys, nothing was happening. Everything was dead. Then the tornadoes started getting crazy, hurricane, um, you know, New Orleans, in New Orleans and everything, Katrina and everything. It was horrendous. And that's when it started. It's getting worse and worse every year. There's going to be more this year, still during the tornado season and the hurricane seasons. There's that. I don't know if in Florida you guys are starting to see, it must be a while now, I'm assuming the Caribbean, they had this big, massive blob of seaweed that was traveling, which is basically as big as the States, that is traveling, going to be headed towards Florida or maybe already in Florida. And it's going to be causing a lot of seaweed on the side of the oceans. They should be picking that up, making some healthy stuff with that, or maybe getting rid of it, Thanks again, Lees, for stopping by. Ouch. Valerie, good for you. Good for you. Congratulations. Does it feel good? Does it feel good? If your stomach was sore remember what time your stomach got sore? And the next day, I'm no professional, but I have 1 month only experience of the fasting, and I'm overwhelmed. Get rid of a lot of sores that I have little sore bones. Try fasting. I suggest it. Unless you're 87 pounds, I wouldn't fast. The bigger you are, the more weight you're going to lose. Leslie, I really appreciate it. Thanks for the contributions too. Thanks for appreciating the live streams, you guys. Been doing this for a while. I'm going to be able to have some extra live streams now since my eye is doing so well. Mum's the word, touch wood. I'm going to be careful with what I'm saying, but who knows? Another amazing stream, you guys. I mentioned chemtrails are pissing me off. Yes, exactly. Damn autocorrect. They're definitely pissing me off. As a matter of fact, I did a very little short clip today of some phenomena and chemtrails in the sky. Now, the chemtrails, you're going to start noticing that the chemtrails, and YouTube, you better not put the contrail message up at the bottom of my video. You're going to see that the chemtrails don't only form grid lines in the sky. Wait till you start noticing the ones that do the half strips at a certain position, which actually aligns virus opening up. Look at all the pages opening up. Holy shit. Okay, hold on here. I gotta go here. Sorry, guys. There. There you go, bugger. Don't allow. Boom. Arrivederci. Adios. Salut. Goodbye. I fast for the first time Sunday. So, are you going to be doing it more? Are you going to try it more? And no matter how big or small you are, fasting, you're going to lose a lot of weight, sister. I tell you, you will. You're going to lose some water weight. Oh boy. Here we go again. Let's hack Bruce. Let's hack Bruce. Nothing else to do in mommy's basement. Mom, I want some soup. Leslie, the work is real. I appreciate you for appreciating it, and I have a real community. Like, you guys are like real people. So for me, it's beyond. I'll never be able to thank you guys enough for appreciating the research. The reason why it's not getting out to other people is because it's not time yet. Some people higher up told me that. John Lear too, before he died. No way in hell they're going to let your work come out without causing you lots of problems. So, and it's true. I did fasting for health reason, not to lose weight, balance of all your organs, and it works. Latin Canadian, absolutely. Fasting to heal. I healed my eye all my life because I was 19, 20 years old, and I had that eye problem. Every 6 days, my eye was bitching, sore, and red and inflamed, and I'm pulling shit out all the time. I couldn't go out on windy days. I couldn't go out. Just somebody, just like a fan in the house. Um, when I used to work on the buses, the medical buses, I couldn't have the fans um, on the windows, defrosting the windows because it would dry my eyes. I have stuff in my eyes. You're dealing with the client. You're pretending there's nothing in the eye. You're talking, how's it going today? I was flipping out with my eye, and it's gone. It's all gone just because of fasting. You can feel the toxins burning inside of you for the first week. I'm telling you, you drink water when you're thirsty. To be safe, I mean, I would suggest somebody to drink for real 2 liters of water. Like my brother said, one guy fasted for 100 days, was drinking half a cup of water, or Darla, or some people were telling me about that. A doctor, you know, who knows? I guess each people are different. Fasting gets rid of all the sickness, and that's exactly what I'm going to get rid of. As a matter of fact, fasting has even gotten rid of some of the trolls because they just don't want to hear me talking about my body now. Wait till I start doing the streams in the speedos, guys. I will be in a speedo in 4 weeks streaming. No way in hell. I could be as thin as a butterfly, and now you're not going to see me in a speedo. Definitely, unless you contribute. Bruce in a speedo. More like I'll get contributions saying, Bruce, I'll give you $10 if you don't show yourself in a speedo. Sugar B, also catching up with some people not feeling well. Sugar B, I hope you are feeling well. Some people recently, this week and last week, have had some family members pass away. I'm sorry again for that. Obviously, some of them are going to be taking a little break from the internet, but it happens sometimes because we are a big community. We hear about stuff like that. Alpha Kush, I can't wait to look. Did you really? Honestly, thank you very much. What the hell did I put as a title of this? Come check out my huge optical head, 14 inches, and join the conversation. Let's talk about it. That was funny. Let's talk about it. I love you, Leslie, for it. Really appreciate that, you guys. I mean it. 310 likes. This is very good. Only 80 watching. There's something on YouTube that, they must be mad that I keep coming back with a smile the lower the views get. They destroyed the Friends channel, by the way. Nobody else goes there anymore, but it doesn't matter. I'll still always be here, guys. If I have to go pump gas and do the channel on the weekends, I'll always be here. I did a long, over a month water fast. Wow. Once it's the first week that are the hardest. Really is. I agree with you. Listen, the only first week for me was the hardest. 24-hour fast. I think we're all capable of doing a 24-hour there. If you can't, well, then it's good for you to practice. When I did the 48-hour, at first, I had a hard time. I had to eat some nuts the first day, like a handful. Okay. I wasn't going to be able to make it. The next day, I did the 48. I went into the third day. Now, like tonight, I'm on my 4th day of fasting. It gets scary because I was hungrier on day 2, day 3 today, not hungry at all. Tomorrow, I'll be even less hungry. And then when I'm going to eat on the 5th day, maybe the 6th, I doubt it. Be walking in the desert with Jesus by this point, if I can last a week. But think of the seriousness. Imagine there's a blackout and there's no more food and I lose all my food. All I need is a piece of chicken. Little piece of chicken would be good for 7 days. It's impressive for me because I'm a big guy. And if I'm a big guy and I can do it, anybody can do it. But honestly, somebody said, how did you do it? Easy. Every single day, pretend you're not thinking of nuts, my almonds. Okay. Someone just arrives talking about his nuts and his optical head. So never mind what's in the fridge. My fridge is a museum right now. I'm testing myself because all the fat goodness is still in there. Okay. It's all in there. I'm going to bring it all to my son on Saturday night or Sunday, something like that, depending on which day. Probably after I talk with David on Saturday. And I'm going to get rid of all that stuff in there. I'm going to tell my son now, you're going to get a lot of fattening stuff. So don't go all crazy. Jar of mayonnaise, jar of Cheese Whiz, And at one point, you can even talk about the food. I can do it now. I'm starting to be able to do it. I'm being a little brave because I think of the food, but you're not hungry. You know where you get hungry is the idea of a poutine, the ideal of chips. It's only the idea. You imagine the bowl and then you're eating it. Why do you think the announcements on YouTube are the devil? The devil is on YouTube, guys. All the announcements. Notice that how come the ads aren't what you want? Huh? On YouTube? Never. How come it's only something you talk to your mother on the phone about or that you mentioned in a comment? Maybe this morning you said, hey, how about those reps you were doing with those new dumbbells? And then you see an ad pop up. It's this guy doing reps. He goes, look at my new dumbbells. I'm not kidding you guys. I know Andrew and a couple of you have experienced that before. It's scary stuff. It really does happen on the internet. Bradley, they can't hide the truth forever. They really can't. You're right about that. Well, Bruce, suspicious. I was having a hard time saying suspicious. Simply superstitious. I saw a video earlier of how Diz literally grows their chid TV stars. I saw some of that. Absolutely disgusting. And it's out there. Doesn't it scare you that parents go to Disney with their kids either way? This there, guys, this is something sort of cool. This cup. My last day driving the bus. Okay. I got some very mysterious glasses. Cups. Okay. This was a beautiful cup from Walt Disney cup, obviously. Never showed the front side of it because a lot of people wonder, hey, Bruce, that looks like the UFO that you saw, in the sky. And it does. But it's actually the squadron fighter from Star Wars, I think. And I got this as a gift from one of the kindergarten kids. He was actually even 4 years old. He was pre-kindergarten because his parents loved me. Imagine the poor parents have to leave their little 4-year-old kid that's shorter than normal get on the bus with 18 and 19-year-olds in high school with the cigarettes in their ears. My school bus, had 3.5-year-olds to 19-year-olds in the bus. And then I had adult school in the bus, all three of them together. The little kindergarten sitting there with this unknown adult guy that sits down beside the kid. I was very careful with the kids in my bus. Very careful. I looked at the other kids in the bus. I even noticed 2 or 3 boys in the school were attracted to other boys, but they were attracted and talking to some of the smaller ones. So I was always the eyes in the bus to try to regulate what happened. And every time I would mention it, my boss would say, shut up, turn a blind eye. It's none of your business. Don't get involved. And I never listened to her. I had to go to court once for someone going through my stop sign. It was an asshole Montreal bus driver that went through my stop sign, has been driving his bus for 37 years, is the boss in Montreal. I'm not going to say where, driving the buses. And the judge looked at me and I said, he went through it. Definitely went through it. I said, I'm not wasting my afternoon getting paid $200 a week on a bus to come to court to try to get an asshole a ticket because he didn't stop. That guy went through my flag. And I said, he waved to me and laughed. Okay. So he says, the judge, Frenchman judge, Monsieur, how long have you been a bus driver? He goes, I've been a bus driver, sir, for 37 years. He goes, as a matter of fact, and then it gets cringy. I received an award for having not missed a day of work, sir. Goes, can I see that? Is this freaking happening? I'm getting mad. Okay. Judge looks at it. Mr. Swartz, adjourned, court adjourned. I'm closing your reason to try to get this person to pay for a ticket. There's no reason that he's going to pay a ticket. I believe that he did his stop. Thank you, sir. And they close the court. So in reality, a judge are dicks when they're males that can do what they want in Canada and put you behind bars. If you're mumbling or you just look at him maybe with a sneering nose, he's going to put you in jail. That's the corrupt system that we have here in Canada. Went to court many a times, and the only time the court was on my side is when I went and got full custody of my son by a female judge. I was crapping in my pants almost because I said, that's it. A woman judge. She was very, very kind, and everything went well. But that's how it is. I want to thank you all for coming by today, guys. Mike Worth is here. Often miss you, Mike, man, when I skip over the comments sometimes. Thank you very much for being here. Julie, thank you very much. Guys, if you want to check out my Patreon channel, there's a link in every video except for the links on the streams. I don't put them in, but on my videos of research and stuff, all the links are there. The fundraisers also. Patreon, a couple of bucks. Some people encourage me there. And don't change what you're doing. Come back to the channel and see more. I really appreciate it. Again, Leslie, thanks a lot. Mike says, a major key to weight loss is keeping your metabolism up. Right on, man. I'm just learning all this, man. After dieting for 6 days, you need to eat a regular meal a day to keep the metabolism up. I thank you. My brother had just mentioned that at the same time. Don't be shy that on the eating day. So I'm not going to hide it. On the eating day, I eat to my hunger. And it was a big enough meal for what I considered. I ate some hamburger. I ate 6 bites of hamburger meat, and I had 2 eggs. And honestly, I wanted to keep going, but I didn't. But I do eat enough since it's only 1 day or 2 days a week that I'm going to eat. I have to eat to replenish. You're right about that. Why? Like my brother said, it permits me to go longer. I'm able to fast 2, 3, 4 days because I do have one meal, a good one. And what I wanted to do is to lose more weight by having small meals, but in reality, it's probably not going to show. And probably by eating a big enough meal, it's going to help me burn more. It's hard to believe, right? Like, I've never been afraid before to eat, but now I'm limiting myself so much that the other day, 2 nuts. Love that sounds so bad. Almonds, guys. Okay, I'm talking about almonds. Okay, 2 almond nuts, and I was sucking on the almond nuts like they were cough drops. I think I did it for the first second day, and I had that 2 almonds in my mouth for about 3 hours, watering my mouth thing. But I was able to just have a bite of those nuts, these nuts. Anyways, the almonds, I ate the almond nuts, 2 of them, and I lasted another day and a half on the fasting. It was just, I felt sick to my stomach, but it's not a sick feeling. It's that it's eating all the fat around you. You feel it. You feel it like there's worms in your stomach, like there's bugs crawling all over you inside. The fat is melting. You feel, not kidding. My spine moved over, and I woke up. And I came downstairs and I got on the scale, got off the scale. When I got off the scale, I felt my whole intestines go whoop, like center themselves. That's how fast I'm losing the weight. That's how much you can actually feel it. Fasting is something incredible. It's as Jason said, it's a secret. It's a real hidden secret. Obviously, senseis, gurus, perfect health, people that have perfect health. It's actually not as hard as it looks if you maintain it. The only hard part is the endurance of not eating. So I went from eating fattening to 0 fattening, only good food. Imagine it's going, my body thinks I'm dead, thinks that I died, that I'm in a field somewhere and that I'm not eating. The body, I fought with it for the first 2 weeks. That my body wanted me to eat, kept telling me you're hungry. And I said, no, I'm not hungry, you fat ass. Kept talking to myself, you fat freaking ass. You're gonna, some weird smells coming from outside. That's another thing I've never spoke to people about. But sometimes I smell something and it reminds me of something that I don't know what it is, that like it reminds me of something and I get an eerie feeling or a bad feeling. Sometimes it's the music that does that to me. I get weird feelings about something that it's reminding me of that I can never pick up on, like another life or something like that. That is a weird ass smell. What the hell are they burning? That's the dumb ass that puts out his fire when he pisses on it. I remember warning him, hey, next time you put out your frickin' fires, maybe not piss on them at night when it's windy. You know, I don't know if you guys know what it smells like. What a conversation. Anna, merci. Thank you. Salut. Thank you very much, Mr. Gate Smasher. Oh my God, guys. Towards some equipment I love you for, brother. Thank you very much, man. Let me go down here. Dwayne Ayers, Leslie, again, love the live streams. Thank you, guys. I'm going down. I'm so sorry about that. Oh, yeah. Or the Twister, yes. Thanks for the generous contributions, my friends. Lover of the Lord, David says, when I saw your pods video, I can't forget it. That was awesome. It really was. And not that long ago, eh? At the same time, I mean, it's incredible. It's phenomena that you see in the sky. The drone that I caught going by is also a very cool phenomena. So you guys got a chance to check out my big ass optical head, 14-inch telescope. It's a beautiful telescope. It's thanks to the community also that we have it. I wouldn't be here without the community. So data pods, absolutely. It might even be you, Mark, that mentioned it the last time, because I think some of you have already mentioned that before. Doing shadow work will help you lose weight. It's the letting go, I think. It really is. Thank you. Also, even doing shadow boxing now. Hey, Jean Claude Beyond Mystic 003. Are you already famous on the Pleiadian? Bruce, you are already famous on the Pleiadian TV network. They're fascinated by us Earthlings. I thank you so much, man. Listen, man, there's some guys that do like the work. You know, I even had some FM radio interviews in Quebec City, right here in Lévis, Quebec, with Carole Lozé, host, and Steve Z, the co-host of Zone Parallel, talking about UFOs, 96.7 FM in Montreal, and sorry, in Quebec. Yes, Quebec, Lévis. That's where they make the Levi's jeans. No, but it's spelled the same way. I had the chance to get on a couple of, and I got a chance also to get on Jean Claude Beyond Mystic. Dude, if you're still there, probably not 950, 852. I'm so sorry about that. 0 subscriptions that were registered after the interview with you. I lost 37 subscribers for having been on your channel, brother. And to the Pleiadian TV network, keep pushing Bruce's work. Before a solar flare releases, I can't open my garage door. Yeah, I believe that. I was the one directing Skinwalker Ranch Discovery. I was the one directing Skinwalker Ranch Discovery. Really, Magnitude Matrix. Isn't that interesting? I got some interesting people to come by and see the channel too. I hope you do, Magnitude. Take the time and check out the research, and right away you'll be able to decipher any bullshit, because the work is pretty unique here, what I do. And I love you for it, man. Thank you very much. I'm intrigued about Skinwalker Ranch. There's obviously no possibility for me getting up to Skinwalker Ranch, but it's a trip that I would have liked to have taken and gone to. I know Jean Claude Beyond Mystic would be right there with me, also with his infrared cameras. We got some good equipment. I recently had a few posters made and now get strange flyovers constantly. Do you guys believe that you can watch a video of Skinwalker Ranch and that phenomena happens after? It happens to me here at the house a lot, because the energy and the ideal of it all, when you bring it up, you bring up a moment where that frequency can show itself or appear, whatever, still not ever knowing exactly, how things appear. I don't think there's anything complicated about Skinwalker Ranch. I think it's pretty obvious that, are they going to admit that there's a UFO buried under there? They found some magnets that they pull out of the ground there. I mean, I'm pretty intrigued about the Skinwalker Ranch. And I noticed that the lights are appearing over top. They've had their telescopes manipulated, where the telescope, satellite driven GPS, cannot be changed. A telescope's not going to change the satellites, right? a galaxy that they were looking at was taken out of the GPS file in his telescope. There's no function to be able to do that. You can't do that. You can't go into the telescope and take out some of those functions. It's a GPS, right? Okay, if you're smart or whatever, you can maybe play around with it. But these are things that happen energy wise, the same way I have problems with. And listen, I'm not going to hide it. Sometimes it's glitches. My camera is always close here and stuff, but I don't know if you guys know it. It's been always like that over the years. There's always something happening. At the beginning, some people saw the light pop over me, make noise, but it always comes down to the fact that somebody says, it can happen to anyone. Of course, it can happen to anyone. That's why often these things pass off as superstition or coincidence. But when it reoccurs a lot or often, there's something energy around me, and since it's not because of where I am here, even though this is Indian land, definitely, and we're right beside the reserve, of course, the Drowlers. So I'm going to have to go and visualize that. I was with Jean-Claude the last time where we tried to go and see that, but I'll give him a chance to a heads up ahead of time on exactly where it is and what the address is so we can all see it. It's very interesting. They're digging there. There's archaeologists that go there. Maybe at the end of the winter last year, it was closed. I wanted to go to see if I could interview some of the archaeologists that are there. I'm just really curious as to what they're finding in the ground and getting some more information about that. Bruce, I got a question. I had a vision before I got off here about the amount of people on Earth actually having a soul. It was under 80%. Interesting. What are your thoughts? Very interesting. Synths, NPCs, yes, and backdrop peeps out there. Makes a lot of sense. I believe that we're not all humans down here. Leslie, again, thanks you guys. If I'm missing the thank yous, it means a lot, Leslie. I can meet one person sometimes a month or even once every 2 months that will come by, will be interested in the channel and will support the channel. We're going to be plunging back into the surface of the moon, going back and looking at my beautiful lights that poor Celine doesn't like watching. Yeah, sorry, Lise. I do believe that there are beings here that don't have souls or that they're trying to take our own souls. Maybe they're not in the physical world or they are, but through different frequencies. I do know that they found a new body part on the human last year or the year before. There's some tribes that are on islands that don't look human. I've seen them on YouTube. Some of them are pink. Some of them are brown, silvery colors with big eyes. There's a lot of different types of beings here on Earth. Could you imagine all the beautiful fruit, that could have existed here on Earth? I was talking about that with a family member today, but I said, it's scary that in the Bible they talk about apples, they talk about maybe even cherries. I'm not sure, but they talk about olives and lots of other crops and things, corn, whatever. So you go, maybe the whole story of the human history is not that old. But again, I mentioned it last streams. A lot of us might not believe it, but I believe the human race has been abolished thousands of times over the years. We're not killable. We'll always come back, or we can always be reproduced again. Scary thoughts. Maybe they're always trying to better us. We as humans are trying to better ourselves. You can only imagine what the elite experimenting people are doing and trying to better us. They could be trying to better us, but it seems, unfortunately, they're trying to hinder us, trying to gain control of the brain, to know how the brain works so that they can manipulate our minds for their sinister reasons, unfortunately. Elias, thank you so much for the generous contribution, brother. I seen a star move. I thought it was crazy till it moved again. I saw one on a bone literally leave where it was. It was a stationary UFO, like you. Then it shot a white beam. Ooh. Then a little white orb shot out, then all vanished. That is so interesting. You witnessed an experiment going on, some UFO that was beaming a light or beaming something. And the reason why you saw it, I bet you, is because it was a cloudy day or something. Don't forget, I showed in the video zooming up on the sun how to film the sunspots without a sun filter. 500 views, really, YouTube? That was pathetic, right? Because I'm going to show it again. So don't worry, guys. Don't worry, so then I'll be reposting that video for people to see what it looks like being able to zoom up with the sun. The clouds are used as filters, and we can use the clouds as filters to be able to see faraway objects, UFOs in the sky. Sometimes you'll be able to see them more clearly. It's not that clouds are always hindering the surface of the moon. Sometimes it helps us be able to see that there's UFOs plunging into the atmosphere. Don't forget, we have UFO craft plunging in and out of the atmosphere, catching on fire to some of them, the objects, in and out, going up and down in the moon's atmosphere by the thousands. So there must be shopping malls up there. There must be a lot more than just shopping malls up there, you know. Command Central, definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate you all stopping by the channel. I always wish I could get all the comments, but I can't. Strange Dreams, also, what race wears jewels on their face? If anyone knows. Strange Dreams, also, what race wears jewels on their face? Oh, well, there's lots of jewels. The Hindu, Indian, um, they have the beautiful dot, the representation on their foreheads. A lot of people don't know what it is. There's lots of, maybe a couple of other ones that have jewels on their face. Yeah, like glitter. Like we're not going to count the trannies with the glitter and stuff. But anyways. Wishing you the best, brother. Kai, always a pleasure having you here, man, in the community. You know we love you. Sending you lots of energy, man. You are loved here, brother. That's very interesting. I've seen some disappear also myself. You guys, yeah, thanks a lot, Leslie. Thanks, Darla. Leslie, truth here. Thank you so much, brother. Am I still going through the same ones? Let me scroll down here. Very important to thank people with Genomas. I'm Kai. It's the only reason why I appreciate you here, brother. At school, I was Sugar Bee. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's starting to show now a lot. As a matter of fact, my favorite angle. I love that. You don't see me when I was bigger look around very much. You can see the fat and stuff. Still got a little bit of this here. Oh, actually, it's getting almost none left. I'm trying to get rid of it. I was doing this the first when I started losing weight. I was going, God damn, come on, get rid of the neck. Want to get rid of the cheeks, the neck. It's getting there. You're gonna start to see my cheekbones, the Indian blood that I have in me. I have cheekbones. I'm always red, brown in the summer, and I do look very Indian when I get my colors on. Rick Herr, you noticed that? Yeah, you're right about that, man. At the same time, a lot has been going on. You know, with some people that I love around me. Some big things, you know, that has me worried and stuff like that. So the vibe is different, brother. I'm actually trying to get used to being the fourth weekend without having you know, a little drink, and it's like, how can I just not miss it? It's I don't know, it's just incredible. Just incredible. Like that's where you have to understand that there is a higher being. There's somebody guiding us, you know. That's how I feel. Helping us, guiding us. I too am human. Started having real encounters. I can remember around 6, same age as me, Jimbo Jr. That's exactly my age, brother. And don't forget anything ever. I'm convinced of 20 a commercial bag. And listen, I believe you. And like I said, I'll never forget what I saw when I was young either. I'll never forget my friend Shadow. I'll never forget seeing a portal. I got to see an entity appear in front of me in a portal. There's nothing more magnificent than that. And for me, as bone chilling as it is, when you think of it afterwards, it's an incredible event. It's a once in a lifetime event. I could not be more excited than if a UFO landed and asked me to go for a ride. I tend to think they do bring me for rides, and those asses like throwing me out of the craft before landing because I woke up some morning and had some really sore bones. That was the scariest thing ever, though. Waking up often with sore bones. There's another thing that was happening to me. I started, guys, I thought I rheumatism or arthritis. I started having a hard time bending my wrists and ankles, but I'm telling you guys, with the shit that's been going on and the poisoned world that's going on, a lot of people have been going through changes. But the fasting, man, has made me very different. Um, you know, Going to bed early instead of staying up to have a little drink or something, and relaxing. Nothing wrong with having a drink. I'll have some drinks at one point again, but I don't feel it's a necessity right now. I want to focus on losing as much weight as I can and getting getting healthy. And my goal weight, guys, I should be there in 3 or 4 weeks, which is almost. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I'm losing anywhere from 10 to 13 pounds a week. And in a month is incredible. So, no, I didn't lose. Yeah, 44 pounds the last month. So it was 1 month I lost, 1 week I lost 10 pounds. 1 week I lost 11. 1 week I lost 10 or 12. And the next week I lost 9. And I was able to do it. Rod R, how's it going, man? There are more. Damn right. I'm also an outcast, a little bit of an outlaw. I consider myself an outcast, not the gang. I consider myself um, different, eccentric, unique, you know, out of this world. I I would love to read some of you guys some of the poetry that I wrote from 12 to 15 years old. I even a teacher that made me send away and get one of the poems written in a book, and I have very upset. I'd have to find that book because I do have a book. It's nothing. It's when you can pay to have your poem in a book, quite simply with other poets. I was chosen, but then I felt that it was maybe an attrape-nigo, like some type of catch grab to try to get me to pay for a golden book with my poems in it and stuff like that. Always wanted to do that. I love poetry. It's another thing I love doing. Guys, before I get off here, I have a music channel, and it's just a hobby channel. The last song I sang was Purple Haze. If you guys want to hear my funky version of Purple Haze, head over to the music channel. No need to subscribe. Just head on over and take a look at the videos if you're interested in finding out how I play the music. Maybe you play an instrument yourself. Let me know what you think of the singing. Can't thank you all enough for stopping by the channel. And I love you guys a lot. Migration alert. Turn lights out tonight to save migrating birds. Very thoughtful, Darla. Yeah, I just heard the news by somebody that told me about it. And apparently there's 4,000 birds on the run. It could be normal, but I tend to think that it's these poor birds leaving the fires in Canada. Um, Lights that are lit up in towns confuse and disorient birds, which is surprising. I tend to think there's another reason why they want us to turn off the lights tonight. I don't know if it's because UFOs are around, maybe, right? What are they going to do when there's a blackout? Don't forget, it could be that in the middle of the night, when there's a blackout, it's because there are aliens invading Earth. Think of it. They're going to want to hide the lights and stuff, not to scare you all, but eventually some of this shit's going to happen. This has been a much more awesome live stream, Bruce. Super Dave 44. It was awesome because of you guys, and I love you guys for it. Thanks, Darla, for that heads up. Funny to see the red cross on tunnels and shoots on the moon and in the deep blue sea. Very, very true, right? Yeah, I agree with that. A lot of associations are made up to do certain things and hide certain things. Look what they found out in the States. Biden trafficking humans. Planets are held by magnetic resonant rings. They're talking about it, but they don't even know it. But in reality, very interesting. Each planet has its own ring. Yes, because they support their own gravity, right? No one knows that. It was my discovery, spectral data obtained by Voyager probe. Well, it's an honor to have someone that smart here or doing that work. I believe it. I absolutely believe it. Magnetic resonant rings, right? So those rings, are they caused by the resonance of the effects of density and gravity of the planet, or is it something that the planet is deliberately signaling out or pulsing out that's creating a resonant ring? Do resonant rings appear around all planets um, because of the temperature around? You know, very complicated when it comes to space like that. But you guys, Magnitude Matrix, have the jobs where you do a lot of fun stuff. Nobody understands what you're doing, probably, and most people aren't interested. When in reality, you guys know all the secrets to what's going on out there. I studied a little bit, a lot into the Voyager spacecraft, both one and two, which is now in interstellar space, I think, if I'm not mistaken, out there. I'm seeing some YouTube videos that talk about them having picked up a signal, but I'm always being very careful with where I'm getting the information because, there's a lot of people that say certain things. NASA this morning found an exoplanet, and you look and you go, no, there's no exoplanet found this morning. So, Magnitude Matrix, thanks for coming back to the channel. I love you, man. Dwayne Ayers, thanks a lot for being here. Always watching your channel, Bruce. Southern Indiana, thanks for coming back, Dwayne. I am going to get off, guys. Leah, I love you. I'm happy to see you back in the community. I hope you're doing well. Hope your wrist is healed up. A couple of streams back, people started talking about you. Family members, they go missing. We talk about them. I found Greek style cities on the moon. Jimbo, very interesting because they looked like that. And in Antarctica, Arctic, with religious symbolism and towering status with writing and artistic arrangements. It's my dream, Jimbo, to be able to go to Antarctica and, I know I won't be able to, but to visit caves. I know people can go to Antarctica, but it's all the same area, right? They bring you in the boat. They bring you to see the icebergs that are, um, you know, uh, felling. What the hell's wrong with me? Iceberg felling? What's wrong with me? I'm losing. Have you guys been experiencing that this week? Memory loss. I had a bit of brain fog at the beginning when I was fasting. It healed really quick, really quick. The first week I was fasting, my ears were going. Somebody was talking to me, and it was like they're going. I was really having a weird adjustment to my body, tasting some things that tasted a little weird, even though I made a mistake with a blueberry tea the other day and put coffee in it. But tried myself a bit of brandy and a coffee a couple of days ago, and I didn't like it. Dumped it out. I said, that's it. I'm not even going to have one drink until I lose the weight. I got all my life to have a drink. There's no rush to have a drink. There's a corner store there. When it closes on Sunday, you go on Monday. Not a problem. They might even be open on Sunday. I don't know. I guess for alcoholics, they probably would. I am Kai. I told you the other day, and you know it too. Jason Berezny, thanks again, you guys. Really appreciate the contributions. I am Kai. It's time, right? Like we're there, right? 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. Skywatch Paradise. Right you are, and hopefully tonight I will see something. And that's where I'm going to go right now. Wow, 10, 19. You guys endured me for so long. I'm sorry for having kept you here for so long. I love you so much for coming by the channel, guys. That core in the moon are huge machinery. A lot of people are talking about it. Yes, it did ring like a bell for a long time when they sent in the bomb. Yes, we're going to call it the bomb because they definitely dropped something that was very heavy. And they actually did a second test with that. It rang for a bell for an hour or something like that. Methane and also uric acid came out when they beat it. Wow. So rotting corpses inside. That could also be. You got Bereshit that crash landed on the moon with information, a disk holding everything that was on Wikipedia. To all people that do come to this channel, I've encountered now. I'm amazed from John Lear to real ufologists that are even well known. I have Gary McKinnon was so polite and kind. He came and give me a hello. Gary McKinnon, the famous hacker guy, he's I hate calling him that because he's a good guy, but this guy is the bomb. Okay. He was spying on NASA in the background and watched them for a long time. Some people, there's lots of stories about these people. He's intel, he's not intel. Some people even say that he's not from this world. But Gary McKinnon has a good singing voice, and I wanted to do a song with him. I really did want to do a song with him. I can't tell you why, because the type of voice that he has, this guy, Gary McKinnon, I I've not met that many people. Crawface was like that. People that can do a lot of things, like they'll do martial arts and they become pros. They play music. They write good music. They're photographers. They take the best images. I met a lot of people that are good at doing certain things, and sometimes they connect with me and I interact with them. And I don't know, guys, if we're not half alien or not. Um, I think for us to have come to have a human, we went through a lot of steps, a lot of processing to be able to change our DNA and everything. Anyways, we see that that's what they're doing today. So can't help but wonder. I'll leave it at that. Rose, thanks for being here. How does Earth warm by the sun and the moon stay cold? Right. Well, actually, that's a very good question. Real quick before I get off. Well, the sun, they say that it goes very hot and it goes very cold. But the problem is a day in space is not at all like a day here, right? A day in space will last many days, so will an hour. But they say that due to the sunlight. A day on the moon is a long time. It's not 24 hours, right? Probably about 27 days is a day on the moon, where you're going to have the sunlight on the moon. That is, by the way, the sunlight that's hitting the moon is Earth shine, which is the sunlight that is reflecting off of Earth, that is reflecting onto the moon. It's hard to understand. I have a hard time imaging it and how the sun is doing that. But when you start thinking of it, well, you get an idea of how, instead of imagining everything side by side, look at it like top to bottom. And you got the sun and Earth and the moon continually going like this, as compared to the solar system that they're saying going. Anyway, I'm visually understanding myself, but hard to explain. But the sun, okay, when they supposedly landed, which I know they didn't the way they showed us, but they probably did. When they landed with Apollo 11, the temperature, whether they did or not, was 29 degrees Celsius. So 29 degrees Celsius would have made it very hot for them inside of their suits, especially since they didn't have any air conditionings in it, right? They didn't have any air conditioning and they didn't have any heat in their suits because they had to turn on the heaters when they were going up. They said they were freezing inside of the suits. So when you get off on the moon at 29 degrees Celsius, you got a visor and you got the suit on, it must be hot as hell. I mean, when you think of it, but the temperatures, they say, fluctuate a lot on the moon, and it's hard to believe because it can go as much up into the thousands of degrees Fahrenheit. They say some of the lower craters on the moon, and the depths of the craters can go as low as 400-500 degrees, maybe not 400 degrees. I could be wrong about that, about the 500, but I think it's 400. And like I told you, that with the pits that they have on the moon now, and you can detect that there's warm air inside. Yes, the core of the moon could be a spaceship. Jean-Luc, Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic 003 channel. We were talking about that on the last live stream we had together. I'll be back in a couple of weeks yet again, and I'll be sharing some older findings or some new findings if there's more UFOs, which I'm going out to see tonight. Flip Flute, how's it going? Can you zoom in on the landing spot of the lunar module? I have also in the past. I can't see it, buddy, though. I tried, nowhere close in being able to see the lander, but I can see the sparkle if it's there. It'll be the end of a pen. You would see the end of a pen, like with max zoom, maybe, but I doubt it. I doubt it. I do see some, like I've taken the landing site, I've taken my telescope, I've zoomed in, I've taken, protractor and stuff. I take all these things and I line up to see exactly, if I can spot something that's in the picture that NASA shows. I can see lit objects. So where they say there's a crater there, I can see a bright light. Where they say the lander is, I can see specks of light, but I cannot confirm to you that it's a lander that I'm seeing. Not even close. Not even close to being able to see it. That's like the flag. I'm not able to see the flag on the moon either. Ladies and gents, um, I'm getting off here. I'm not sure the temperature, but the moon is warm on the bright side, but it is freezing on the dark side. You're right about that. And that's it. So you got many days of darkness, and then you got many days of brightness. So, landing on the moon when the sun's on it, why would it be so hot? Why would the sun cause it to be 5,000 degrees? The reason why they say it's that the moon has microgravity. They say that there's no combustion process either that occurs in microgravity. A flame in microgravity is not like a lighter or flame, that rises up to a point. It's a round ball. Smoke on the moon, the smokestacks that I showed in the recent videos that got no views, thank you, prove that there's a combustion process on the moon, guys. I believe that, okay? Why? Because the smoke is spreading out, the smoke is rising, objects are descending in the atmosphere, just like here on Earth, like there was oxygen. If not, smoke in space is round. It should be a pill form. If there's a continual fire on the moon, some of those dome shaped objects could very well be in microgravity smokestacks where you can see a perfect circle of smoke. You'll never see inside of it, right? They can hide the surface like that. Ladies and gents, talk to you soon. 1027. I stayed on a long time, but we had an amazing stream. I hope I thanked everyone for the contributions. I know I missed some. Teresa, nice to see you. Love you even more from Glasgow, Scotland. And I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Magnitude Matrix, thanks so much, man. Correct, Bruce. Oxygen is paramagnetic and sticks to the earth. Oh, I like those terms. Paramagnetic, which I've never heard of, and sticks to the earth's electric field. I'm just starting to ponder and learn some of that. Like it's incredible. All these invisible layers that are there, some solid, different densities and frequencies. It's incredible. Oxygen and nitrogen are not held by gravity. Are you serious? That is trippy. Magnitude Matrix, I hope you come back again to inform us. Keep the feed interesting. A lot of people, I'm sure, are going to find what you said very interesting. Had a green cheek conure for years. He died at like 35. He was awesome. His name was Fraser. Awesome. Fraser. Like the movie, not movie, but the episode Fraser. Remember Fraser? Lover of the Lord. Tomorrow when I get up, the afternoon or whatever, we'll reach each other. I'll leave you a buzz on Patreon. I'll put up a little message. Hi, you want to do something or something? If you're busy, we'll do it again. But if not, don't. I will be reaching you on Patreon so that we can hook up mano to mano and have a nice conversation online. Some of you that don't like coming on the screen or being seen, or maybe you have some personal questions that you want to ask, or maybe some experiences you want to share with me, I will find the time to do some privates with you all. I love you guys. I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Sorry for ending the stream. This was a fun one. I would have stayed on. Talk to you soon.